The update has finally dropped and it's actually looking like a huge one with a lot of changes that weren't even announced in the update notice released a few days ago. So to start off, first of all, I'm gonna cover this small event that's happening. So pretty similar to the previous ones, basically if you have acquired one of the oracles in the game, uh, up until the 5th of January, so for around 2 weeks, you are able to essentially take a screenshot of it and upload it to the forums. And just like with previous events, you have a chance to win a legendary scroll for the regular elements, or a light and dark scroll for the light and dark element oracles, as well as 200 Breath of Lives. And if you're unsure how, you have to go to the lounge and gallery, and once here, you simply drop a screenshot that you've taken. Let's see if there are any here already. It doesn't seem like it, as there's only Raven ones yet, but they'll start dropping here. Of course, the rarer the drop you get, the more chance you have to win, since, for example, if you do summon a light one, and there are only like 12 people who summon the light one, but there are 1000 who summon the fire one, there's way higher chance to get the votes for the light one. And now for the update itself. So the notice is quite a long one. As you can see, scroll bar here is huge. So yeah, the update just dropped like 15 minutes ago, and the main feature of the update is the new dungeon. So the Seal Ruined Temple. It is a six-member dungeon which can be found in the party and sealed. To unlock it, you do need to do the Naraka raid 10 times, so it looks like to be an even more towards endgame dungeon than the Naraka boss. I've only completed him 7 times, so I'll have to do a few support runs, but we'll have to see what it's all about. Maybe I'll do some kind of a video of a first look sort of deal, and we'll see what it's all about. So yeah, complete boiling water, fall down, Naraka, exploration. So yeah, you have to do it 10 times. I've checked the quest already. The dungeon can be entered by 6 summoners and can be played 2 times a week, though similar to the Foggy Prison, which has been changed to 3 times a week. This one is sitting at 2 times a week. And the items you can get are Bladed Wings equipment, legendary tier effect stone seal box, gem seal box, and equipment outfit crafting materials. Some of this I have already covered, and I even showed the all what's called outfit equipment and outfit bonuses in the previous update video. I think it was like update 2021. You can check that one. I went to the Korean server and checked the outfit bonuses themselves. And yeah, obtained equipment crafting materials can be used to enhance Bladed Winds equipment. Yeah, so we already covered all of this. So basically you just get new items, new outfits, crafting items for those outfits and stuff like that. New area exploration quests. So the Vive statue quest has been added, and you get a legend skull for the world. So the quest is under the Kaslan tab at the very bottom. So you do need to do Loss of Naraka, so that means you need to complete it 10 times. We'll see what the story is about. I won't cover it in this video, but the rewards are 35,000 gold, a mystical scroll. Seems like some of these new items for you might need for what's it called, outfit crafting. Then 3 mystical scrolls, more gold, sky stones, and the legendary scroll. And yeah, this is new content that hasn't been announced, so it's secret dungeons, and you can do secret dungeons to get additional 4-star and 5-star monster pieces. They do rotate quite infrequently, but for the first season you are only having access to 6 of them. So currently you are able to get 3 light and 3 dark units, so it will be the dark, or rather the light howl, the light vagabond, and the light Amazon. Out of these 3, I think only the Amazon is sort of decent, but even she falls a little short compared to other free-to-play options like Karambit. As for the dark one, the dark lizardman, dark owl, and the dark penguin. I believe the dark owl is an amazing damage dealer actually, so she's definitely worth attention for the Kairos dungeon. And the secret dungeon will be unlocked after completing Act 4, Chapter 3. Secret dungeon menu can be found in the menu Kairos. Of course, spelling mistake, right? Use 100 secret energy to open a secret. Yeah, so to open a secret dungeon, you will need 100 of these, and you get the secret dungeon energy from the pit quests. So over here, and as a benchmark, I'll use the last one, since I mean that's pretty much where all of the people who regularly play are already at, in my opinion. And you can get 5 of these, and each entry does cost only one what's it called, a heal order. So that means you only need 20 of these to get an entry to the secret dungeon. So you do get 20 every day, and you can do refreshes for 150, 300, and 450. So you can get like 4 of them every day. So definitely not an issue acquiring those pieces. A random monster will appear. So yeah, the dungeon you open is random. I believe you can choose the element, but you might not be able to choose the monster. So keep in mind that you might need to open several ones before you get the monster you want. The secret dungeon will remain open for 168 hours, so that's exactly 1 week. You cannot find additional secret dungeons during this time. Yeah. Complete to obtain monster pieces of the secret dungeon and mystical or legendary scroll pieces with a certain chance. So it looks like additional scroll pieces similar to the TOA special room will be dropped. I'm not sure of the rates yet, but we're yet to see. Secret dungeons can be found. Other summoners can be entered continuously when open. The party leader can recruit party members with the recruit function. Yeah, so it looks like you can also invite your team members or specifically guild members if you coordinate it well, to make it a little cheaper to open those secret dungeons instead of doing it all by yourself. The secret dungeon itself seems to have 4 ways, and you can get a total of 10 monster pieces per entry. Secret dungeon weekly support reward. So similar to the raids, you can enter to help out your teammates, and instead of monster pieces, you will be getting 30 breath of lives, and you can do it. Looks like up to 5 times. Well, you can probably support more, but you can only get rewards 5 times, I believe. And secret dungeons refresh every season. We're still unsure how long the season is. I believe currently the secret dungeons are visible here will refresh in 4 days, or it might be the friendship tokens that reset in 4 days, so I'm not sure about that yet. If it's a full season like in Arena, that means it will be 4 weeks, so close to a month, which, well, now that I'm thinking about, if the dungeon is open for a week, it most likely is a month. So yeah, it looks like those will rotate around every month, or rather 4 weeks. Then the Splendid transcendence summon. So this is a 5-star transcendence scroll, but similar, if you've played Summons from Sky Arena, you will already know what this is. Essentially, once you summon a Nat 5 unit, you will get 2 options, and you will be able to pick one of them, whichever Nat 5 you need. For cases where you do not have a lot of Nat 5s, this might not be too important, but for cases where you do have a lot and you are hunting for a specific skill up or a specific new Nat 5, this will be super useful. Currently, as far as I've seen, this scroll is only available in the shop, so yeah, you can buy one scroll for $80, so 1 sentence and 100 mystical scrolls, and you can buy it 6 times on an account. And each time you summon 2 of these, you actually get a light and dark legendary scroll. And yeah, just to read all more details, so summon 2 5-star monsters and select one of them. Use Splendid transcendence scrolls. Yeah, they can be obtained in the package shop for now. However, there may be some events or content where you can get them from the game itself, but we'll yet to see that. As mentioned, you get 1 legendary light and dark scroll for each 2 summons. Yeah, so a total you can get 3 legendary skulls because you can only purchase 6. The legendary skull, it acts similar to the lightened, or rather the legendary legends, not legendary, what is it called? The regular legendary skull, where you can get 4-star and 5 stars with a way higher chance. And I'm actually just gonna check the rates real quick if we are able to see them. No, it looks like we're not able to see the rates for these. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't check the rates, but I'm assuming they are somewhat similar to the regular legendary skulls. And you can use Splendid transcendence skulls after the summon period ends, but mileage will not be accumulated. Okay. And now the 5-star Oracle rate up. So just like with any new net 5s, we have a chance to summon all 3 of them using 200 skulls guaranteed. So whether you want to do that or not is up to you. I will most likely be making a video with my thoughts on all of them, so reading through their skills and whether I think they are worth summoning at all, and if they are, which one is the best. So the event lasts until the 4th of January or 5th of January if you are in a different time zone here. Select up someone of the desired attribute in the altar's blessing. Yeah, so I won't read this too much as it's pretty similar to all of the other summon events. There are new collection challenges, so they will last until the 18th of January, and it seems like instead of looking here, I'll actually just jump into the game and see them myself here. Alright, so the equipment challenge, deliver a few 4-star and 5-star weapons for premium craft tool and hardware craft tool. These are pretty expensive in the market, so they're definitely worth completing. And the final reward you get is a brilliant gem box. It does contain green and blue gems, so in most cases it won't be too amazing for the reward. So if you really want these, go for it, but don't expect to get the purple gems, to be honest, because I've recently opened 3 of them and all I got was the blue ones, I believe. So yeah, the monster piece challenge, deliver 30 1-star and 2-star wind pieces for 100.5, 100 of 3-star pieces and 10 of 4-star pieces. This looks super easy, and the final reward you get is the Light the Dark, so definitely worth doing this one. The rune challenges are deliver 10 3-star magic runes. I think you can actually get these from scenario in either the 3rd or the 4th continent. So if you are farming just random mobs or farming overnight, you should be able to get them from there. Won't even need to run some dungeons. Deliver 5 4-star rare runes. These I believe you can also get from the scenario. I know you can get purple ones. There I'm not sure, but it's worth checking, I think. So I'll probably leave my game overnight farming either the 4th continent, the what's it called, the frozen one, Florence or whatever, and I think you might be able to get them from there. Deliver 5 4-star hero runes, so these you can for sure get from the last volcano continent. So you can simply leave your runes, leave your monsters farming for a bit, and you will have a few runes to deliver here. And deliver 20 5-star rare runes, so these you will have to do some path of growth tickets for, but I don't think rare runes will be too hard to acquire, and in the end you will be getting actually 6 boxes with legendary runes. So the final reward, it's sort of decent, but if you feel like the cost to get these is a little too expensive, then whether you should do it or not is up to you. And now the cooking challenge. So the first lavender and basil tea, I believe these are quite easy and easily obtainable as well. For the rest of them, I haven't done a lot of cooking, so it will be hard to determine whether these are cheap. However, I think you'll definitely be able to get them crafted, in my opinion, especially the first few ones. Basil salad, peach bagels, and mercup dishes, catfish skewers, seasoned fried chicken. And in the end, you do get a devil mon. So if you see that you are able to obtain the materials from here, definitely recommend doing them, since the devil one is quite a avoid, and in my opinion it's worth it. So yeah, after we checking this, we can skip it all. Transmogrifications, we have new transmogs for the gore and the cowgirl. I think we can actually check these in the shop right now, right? Transmogrification. Is this it? Wait, did it say cowgirl? No, it's Ifrit. Wait, what? Oh, origin. So for these two, you are able to convert them into their initial awakening form. So I have a gore here right now, and it seems like you can convert him back to show owned only, and it doesn't show anything. Love that. There you go. So you are able to convert him back to this little cute monkey, and you're able to do the same for a cowgirl. So I don't think I have one built or awakened, so I won't be able to check that. And for the new transmogs, so Ifrins and Magic Knights are getting new ones, so no, please don't quit. To the shop, we already saw them there. So the Magic Knight transmog, it looks like, I know the wind one is frequently used in PvE, so this might be a pretty popular purchase amongst those people. And the Ifrit transmogs, of course, we had the water and the wind ones be pretty easily obtainable. Opinions on the transmog for this one, I'm not a big fan of it. I think the original one looks a little better. As for this one, I haven't used Maginite, so I haven't really looked into how they look in game, but I mean, that's a matter of taste, so whether you like it or not, that is up to you completely. And yeah, for Brawl Arena and Battlefield, as you know, they have been locked to 3 time zones, so we are getting an additional 1 hour long time zone for entering these. These will mostly be aimed at American and more of Asia/Oceania players, as for EUs, these are simply occur at around like 4 to 5 at night, so there is no way anyone will be entering that unless you're working those lovely graveyard shifts and simply have nothing to do during the night. So yeah, you can see 1 hour there and 1 hour there. I won't be converting them into the time zones, as I already did that in the previous note, and I don't think it's too important, as a lot of people are already familiar with the time zone, so you can simply add 3 hours to the last one here and 4 hours to the last one here to check the exact time zone when it happens. And yeah, the new monster, so Oracles, I've already covered all of their skills in the previous update video, so I won't be going too much into them now. I will make a follow-up most likely on which Oracle you should pick if you are summoning, so I'll read their skills there and give my opinion on it. And a lot of these changes I've actually well, not a lot, but the first sentence I saw here was the 3-star Water Garuda's AI being changed, and I already said that I love this change because Konamiya's AI has been horrible during all the battles. She heals when you are full health and wastes like 3 heals in a row. She will use those skill time decreasing effects whenever you are still on full skill cooldowns, and yeah, was horrible. So now it looks like has been improved to use skills in more operative stations. Use skill 2 with a high chance when there's an ally with 70 HP or below. So skill 2 I believe will be the heal. So hopefully she will not be wasting her heal when everyone is at full health, and instead will boost cooldowns. Similar to the Tion, except that he will use the skill 2 whenever there's a dead unit on your team. Archer type monsters AI has been improved. Monsters will now target the closest enemies first instead of support type. You see, what stuff like this is why I said that Arena and RTA manual battles are quite in a horrible state right now, since the targeting of units simply doesn't make any sense, and even if you switch the target with a target lock-on function, they simply do not hit for like 10 seconds. So yeah, I'm glad to see the AI is being changed a bit. And yeah, so retreats when enemies approach, moving to a safer location. That's what archers should do, since they are ranged and in most cases quite squishy, so they should be dodging those attacks. Summoner Kina's Prometheus Fire skill has been modified. I'm not a Kina player, so I'm not sure what the case will be there. So yeah, before it was deal damage to the enemy target and recover HP. They covers HP of all allies near the so it looks like it just buffed the heal from single target. Wait, near the enemy. Deal damage to the enemy target and recover the HP of all allies near the enemy. After recover the HP of all allies near Kina and deal damage to the... So does this mean that the skill is the same but they just switched the order? So I guess for some cases where you maybe be getting hit with a reflect damage or something like that. Yeah, it's a bit confusing, but if you are a Kina player, this might be a positive change for what I'm reading. And now for the party dungeon, Naraka's Dragon skill effect has been modified from invincibility to damage taken down in the boiling waterfall rate. Decrease damage taken by 99. Ooh. So I think that's a direct counter to Karambit's kinda, right? Because right now, even with invincibility, you were able to... Well, actually, since he goes through all beneficial effects, it might not affect Gambit actually. I think it's more of a cosmetic change to just signal that you can do damage to Naraka, since he does get invincibility, and at first you might think that, well, he has invincibility, you're not doing any damage to him, why are we hitting him? So I think there's a chance that this is simply a cosmetic change and might not affect Gambit damage going through shield. But yeah, we're yet to see. Path of Growth, daily bonus has been removed, and the bonus will now be maintained permanently in all dungeons. This is an amazing change, since previously, if you wanted to farm Path of Growth, you sort of had to wait for a specific day, and this is especially a case where you were only to farm like only 1 or 2 dungeons, and you had to wait a week to be able to access those higher tier runes. So having the bonus at all times will be an amazing change. I'll see whether that's the case for sure. So, oh, I see. They just flat out removed the bonus and just kept the bonus rewards on all dungeons. Yeah, so you can get no longer any blue runes from level 15 and stuff like that. Okay, awesome change. Love that. Events, Santa Wannabe Goose has been adjusted to 15 million. I'm not sure whether that's more or less, because the problem with Goose was people usually kill it way too fast, and in turn killing it too fast leads to less rewards, since you kind of have to drag out the killing process to let him spawn more presents. So I'm not sure how that will affect the game, but we'll get to see. I haven't done my run today, so I'm definitely excited to check it out. The dungeon rewards for Catch the Christmas Thief, Santa Goose hideout has been increased. So they buffed the box rewards, so it looks like it's a flat out doubling of all candies. So previously you could get like from 2 to 5,000 per run from what I've seen. So potentially you're looking at, on the lower end, to like 4 to 5,000. On the higher end, you're looking at around 10,000 candy canes per run. UI UX, so okay, just some modifications to how it looks. And now for new events, so this is the summoning event, and from what I've seen, it's not looking like a good one compared to the previous one we had, so you can just get some additional skulls. The problem with that is the previous event did grant us like 6,000 crystals every 100 summons, so in my opinion this is nowhere near as good as the previous one, but it's still better than not having any events. So yeah, the event will last until the 5th or the 4th of January based on the time zone. And the use of transcendence, yeah, so this only counts for mystical scrolls. No other scrolls will work for the event at all. Finding secret dungeons event, so this is mostly aimed at the new update, and we can check the rewards I think right now. So finding secret dungeons, yeah, so the final rewards will be a legendary scroll. So it seems like the quests are different. So uh, oh wow, this is confusing. So enter a dungeon, enter secret dungeon, defeat creature. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. They could have categorized these, but yeah, whatever. I guess the rewards are nothing special from what it seems. Just a legendary scroll at the end seems like the best one. For the mystical scroll, we can also check. Oh, it's actually just flat out 150. I thought it will go way higher, like up to 3,000, like the last time. But yeah, it looks like it's just 150 scrolls in total, and as a bonus, you get 6, 9, 12 mystical scrolls and the legendary scroll. And now to the ruined temples event. So this is of course for clearing the ruined temple. It looks like the event hasn't been added yet, as they are a little behind after an update to add those events. But yeah, similar to the one you get from Naraka, you just get a few items, and at the end I'm guessing there will be a legendary scroll. Oh, it actually doesn't even mention the legendary scroll, so there might not be even a there. Yeah, it looks like this might be all of the events actually. All of the event rewards rather. And then incoming guild request events. So this is for completing guild requests. Yeah, there is no limit on the guild, guys. Yeah, looks like they might have changed, as previously you could do unlimited guild requests and still get rewards, but now it looks like we can only do 3 per day. And similar to the previous one, you will get a demo. That means you do have to do guild requests every day, as you are only able to do 21 if what the notice of doing only up to 3 times a day says is true. And yeah, for fixed issues there are a lot, but since these are mostly bug fixes, you may not have encountered them too much, so I won't be covering them. And yeah, I think the update is definitely a nice one. I'm super excited about secret dungeons. I'm really excited about, well, it's a small thing, but that Konami's AI getting a change is just amazing for me. And we're yet to see how the what's it called, the new dungeon will work out. I'm super excited to check it out. It looks like the gear you get from there is pretty similar to Naraka's, so just another option to get more rewards daily or weekly. And yeah, we'll play it out. We'll definitely do some videos on these. And yeah, see you in the next one.